Okay, we are now at the final course correction burn for the orbital insertion. Or as close to a bloody orbit as we're going to get. This is our tiny little probe. It is doing its job and has gotten me lots of science so far. And follow that little blue dot. Ding! That will get us closer. There'll be some last-minute orbital corrections as we get there, but we're at 61,960 meters now. The rest will be saved for the next episode. Have fun, everybody. A little bit more of a boring part, but you'll have fun with the next part. It'll be fun. See you later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and all that wonderful fun stuff. And this thing is in the way. See ya. Okay. Welcome back. And as you can see, with that purple pearl in the space, purple pearl in space. Okay, that is Eve. We are very close to Eve now. We are within sight. We are currently there. We'll speed up the time warp a little bit. We are now inside its sphere of influence. Oh wow, we don't have to do any last-minute burns. In fact, I'd kind of like to get into an orbit. But I don't want to screw this up too badly, so... Okay, let's see here. We can do a variety of maneuvers here. Provided it lets me. Add maneuver. Pull... Seriously? Add maneuver. Come on. Come. No! No, 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 no! It won't let me do maneuvers. Of course. That doesn't help me. Maybe if I go this way. I want to increase the altitude a little bit. Unset target. Get out of my way. The atmosphere is thick enough that that should get me to where I want to be, but just in case, we'll do that. Quick saving. What we can do now is start to observe mystery goo. I'll higher over Eve. Observe mystery goo. Observe mystery goo. Broadcast and broadcast. Observe the mystery goo. Observe the mystery goo. Broadcast and broadcast. Observe. Observe. Broadcast and broadcast. Observe. Observe. So we got some other things too. I didn't download that mod though, so I'm guessing it might have actually been... No. They haven't included the user-created... community-created things, and I haven't downloaded that mod yet. So, we are approaching, we're getting lots of science done, which would be very handy. First unkerbal probe to another planet. Now we just watch it as it gets bigger and bigger on the cameras. Granted, there's not really cameras. Ooh, bit faster than I wanted to be going. We will be hitting this thing quite fast. 1000x. Quick saving. Coming much closer. So, what altitude are we considered to be at now? Still high? Still high. Might as well broadcast that anyway. We're gonna turn this little tiny probe around, just in case. That way, if I don't quite get captured, because we're not in an orbit, we're just high over the planet. It won't be to the lower part for another 41 minutes. Speed this thing up a little bit more. It is certainly purple. As we continue to accelerate. It's a very purpley planet. The next objective will be to build a base on the Mun with some rovers and stuff. We should have enough science from this mission to be able to do that. Going around. Let's see, are we low over it yet? Where are we? Still high. Okay. We're getting much closer, though. I want to make that a little bit lower. There. Now we're going to have to remember to protect the solar panels as we get closer. Look at the craters on it. I wonder, because this is a Venus analog, the atmosphere of Venus is like 3 times the atmosphere of Earth, if not higher. Would the meteorites actually make a crater or not? I think that's a fairly good question to ask. Would they? I'm still not even 100% sure where the atmosphere for this planet begins, so we're going to find out with this craft. Woo! That kind of wigged out there, didn't it? See, we're still high. Yeah, we're still high. We still have a little bit to go. This be a north-south polar orbit. I wonder if there's anything to see at the poles. I don't want to land in the liquid ocean area. Going around towards the south, we're entering the area at a whopping 5,000 meters a second. Well, near. Cool. Observe the mystery goo. Observe the mystery goo and broadcast. We have time to do one more. And we need to let these batteries recharge entirely. Nah, we can do another one. Where are we? We are coming in very quickly. Slow that down a bit. Okay. Retract. Retract. Observe. Shut off SAS. Observe. Keep and keep for the moment. We can broadcast that in a little bit. I think we're probably going to be going a bit too fast here. My fear is kind of that we're going to not get into here and go launching past it. You know what? Reset. Reset. If that happens, at least we can get some data from high in the atmosphere. At the very least we can do that. This thing does have a parachute, right? Yeah, it's right there. Okay, we are in the atmosphere now. Will we get low enough? So it starts at around 85,000 meters. Oh yeah, we got re-entry effects. Observe the mystery goo during the re-entry effects. We're not in space. Trash. Observe the mystery goo. Trash. Thank God we don't have re-entry heat. Observe the mystery goo. Keep. For now. Observe the mystery goo. Keep for now. Let's see what this is doing to our orbit. Yeah, we're not getting into orbit. We're landing. Oops, a little bit too low. So, an altitude of around 60 or 65 would be better. But now we're just going to land. So, reset the data container. Reset the container. That's good to know where it is. Altitude of 70 should get us to where we need to be. We're still moving at a very good clip. Very good clip. We still have power, plenty of power. Kind of an uncontrolled descent into Eve, or onto Eve. Once we get to the middle thickness of the atmosphere, I'm doing another one of these little surveys, probably about to here or here, this area. Boy, we're still getting re-entry effects. We're still moving quickly. I want to cast this off. I'm not 100% sure if it's safe. So... why is it doing that? It's always doing that. Come on! I want the probe, not the part I just cast off. It's an annoying problem right there. Freaking hell! How long do the re-entry effects last? Imagine if I needed a heat shield. Holy crap, if I needed a heat shield now. Are we actually speeding up? No, it just kind of sounds like it. Observe the mystery goo. Am I still in space? Yeah, we are going to keep that data. High in the atmosphere. I don't want to toggle that display. Log the temperature. Keep that data. Did I have another piece of science equipment on here? No, did not. Okay. And... great. We have safely slowed down. Kind of. We will land on land, thankfully. From Eve's... I don't want Eve's upper atmosphere, I want the lower atmosphere. We're still moving too fast for me to want to deploy these again. Coming down on what looks like some mountains. So we get to below 10,000 meters. I think I'll try doing this again so we get a observation from the lower atmosphere. I'm not expecting this to be a large amount of data there. And observe the mystery goo. while flying. We'll keep that data. Deploy the chute. We proceed to slow down some more. So where'd about we land at? We landed around the equator region. Not bad. Could not have asked for a better landing area. We've got plenty of power. It's only 8 megabits. There. I can log a temperature while flying, which will get me even more points. What temperature are we looking at? Toggle display. It's not using that much power. It's 128 degrees and climbing. We can see terrain features on the ground. Kind of dark to see that much yet, though. Gotta keep an eye on the power. Broadcast that. Log temperature. (143 degrees). Just broadcast that, because it takes a little power. Log temperature. Extent. Oh. That didn't work. Keep that data. Toggle the display off. What's taking power? Turn torque off. We are still using power. It might be those. That's a problem. We lost a solar panel, which I don't really like. We're going to be landing at a pretty high altitude. What we need to do now is angle this. Toggle torque, operational. Don't break the solar panel, don't break the solar panel. Oh, thank God. Extend. We have power still! Thank God! We lost a solar panel, but at least we have something for power. And all we have to do is wait for the sunrise. Woo! Okay. It's a thick atmosphere if it's doing that. For some reason we have a full electric charge, because when you're time accelerating, it doesn't realize that, hey, you're kind of don't have sunlight. We come around. What do we have? We have light. And we take advantage of this light. Review the data and to broadcast and transmit. Broadcast that as well. The ground is kind of wigging out. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Log the temperature. Temperature range between very cold and hot enough to boil water. Observe the mystery goo in this environment. Oh, that's generic. Just as equally generic. That's a disappointment. Generic, generic, and generic. That's generic, alright. The probe has done science and has successfully landed on Eve. Now that is the end of this probe, because it's not taking back off again. I got some pictures of Eve, and its purpley goodness. It will continue to send data back on such things as the, how long the days are. That's about it, really. Doo-doo. I'm just spamming science. There's nothing wrong with spamming science. So how much science do we have? Not enough of an electric charge, not enough of electric charge, not enough of electric charge. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Well, we're on Eve. Not going anywhere else. Exit to Space Center. Got some readings on the way down. Broadcast useful data on the way down. We go back to our science lab. What do we have? 1,217 science from that mission. Some parts that we need. We need this. I'm not really concerned about, like, that stuff. Research that. Remote guidance unit, don't need that. This will give me that and that thing for science. Where are the wheels? New landing legs. That stuff will come in handy. Oh, there's the rover wheels. We needed this. This would have been nice to have for that trip, but we didn't have it. As we begin to unlock more and more science-y stuff. 3 points short! Come on! Well, we can fix this. We're 3 points short. I know how to solve that problem. Pretty quickly. Landed at Eve. Fly. We can get 3 points from here. As it started above the ground. Broadcast, broadcast, broadcast! Rename. The Eve probe. Didn't quite get into orbit like we might have been able to, but oh well. Observe it again. Just squeeze out that extra little bit. Do. There we go. Back to the Space Center. Back to the science. Because we need this. And we now have 171 science. Bigger parachutes, or actually, is that a drag parachute? Double-sized. Now with only 50% of the structural integrity. Hooray. There we go. Poof, researched. So we get extra parts. Oh! That is this episode, everybody. We have gotten a probe to Eve. We've got a new bunch of parts to play with. And we'll be setting up a space station to fuel these things back up again. And then putting a base on the Mun. And from there, who knows? Have fun. See you all later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.